let us make a deck, shall we? Let us make a deck. Before we start talking about sleep, let's talk about this here deck here. And I'm going to just start by putting in 35-ish lands as a marker for myself. Adium of Ruin, gifting 10 subs today. Mwah. Oh, mwah. Adium of Ruin. Agent of Ruin, I have some things I need to discuss with you, such as forms of thank you. However, let's talk about this deck first, because I am in the mood to get sidetracked. Woodburger says, I was going to say it's amazing how much better you look, but that implies something I have no intention of implying. See, that's the thing. We were talking about this yesterday on the pre-show, which was a lot of fun to do, which is you can't compliment someone too much. If you're complimenting someone, you have to go, hey, you look really good. If you've been getting rest, that's great to hear, you know? You use the compliment as a vector to talk more about the person and what the person's been doing. Because if you focus too much at the layer of compliment, it broaches into the realm of insult. Wow, Sean, you look really good. Holy crap. I mean, wow. You never look this good. You know what I mean? Like, goodness gracious. Let's stop tangenting, because as you can tell, I'm in a tangenty mood. Let's talk about, first of all, Yorion. To make Yorion a companion, your starting deck contains at least 20 cards more than the minimum deck size. So this means we have an 80-card deck. That's why I am 35 planesing it right now. 35 planesing it. Just as kind of a marker. The reason being, in normal decks, you have 24 land. Out of 60 cards, 80 is 4/3 as much as 60. So if you take 24, divide it by 3, you get 8. And then you do 8 times 4, which is 32. So if you're going from 24 land in a 60-card deck, you'd want to bump up to 32 land in an 80-card deck. And because a lot of control decks typically have like 26, you do the same-ish math to achieve like 36-ish lands. This is where I stop and see if I did that math correctly. Sure sounded correct, didn't it? Moving on. Who gives a damn? So here's the reason why people have been running a Jeskai Lukka deck. Lukka is oftentimes not a land. Let's go ahead and crafty dafty this. I don't know if wild cards? Oh, let's change that. Open 10. Oops. Opening 20 is going to be fine. There's the Lukka. Alright. Oops, I discarded my deck. I'm a dum-dum. Good. Okay. So, the basic gist of this deck is that Lukka says, the -2, exile target creature you control, then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card with higher converted mana costs. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom in a random order. So if we have Lukka, and we have no other creatures except for token generators, like Omen of the Sun, if we can take one of those tokens and exile it, and the only creature we have in the deck is everyone's favorite card, the Agent of Treachery. I think a lot of lists run 3, but we'll run 4 because we're a basic bitch. So if you do something like play an Omen of the Sea, and then you play a Lukka to then transform that token into an Agent of Treachery, you can turn 5 snatch a thing. In addition, Yorion allows you to bounce a number of things and return them back to the battlefield. So there's a number of concepts that the rest of the deck builds around, which would be, namely, if we use enchantments instead of spells, we can flicker them with Yorion. So instead of running a Raise the Alarm to make 2 1/1 soldiers, we would run an Omen of the Sun, so we can flicker with Yorion. Instead of running an Opt to scry and draw a card, we run an Omen of the Sea to scry 2 and draw a card. So then, you have a relatively guaranteed Yorion to sort of close out kicking people in the teeth. You know, you Yorion, and you can flicker this to get lots of card draw and card advantage. And you can even flicker an Agent of Treachery if you so desire. The remainder of the deck pretty much is a hilariously straightforward build because we just kind of recklessly put in lots of shit. So, all the good red-white cards. Elspeth conquers death. I've even seen like one of copies of Elspeth's Son's Nemesis as an additional one to put in. Teferi. Oh, by the way, why might we like cards like Teferi and Narset? Why might we like these Planeswalker-style cards? Because why might we like these Planeswalker-style cards? Because if Narset is at 1, and Teferi is at 1, we can flicker Yorion Sky Nomad, or use Yorion Sky Nomad to flicker both the Planeswalkers, and they return back to their maximum loyalty. So it's a very, very, very nice little mixture. Dr. Faye T says, how's my favorite dog ramper today doing? I'm so tickled that dog ramp has taken off. Yes. What are some of the other ones? Just shout at me. Really basic ones. I've been seeing Birth of Meletis' run. I've been seeing Birth of Meletis, by the way, is an additional way to generate a token. Fires of Invention. That's right. So that way we can start playing twofers. Shark Typhoon. Just put in 4 of these. Shatter the Sky. Put in 4 of these. I think I am allowed to go down a land if I'm running 4 Birth of Meletises. And yeah, I'm gonna run Narset, man. Now, I've seen some variations of this that say don't run Shatter the Sky and instead run Omen of the Forge. I've seen the lists that are running Lazotep plating, but this is going to be the list that I'm running. Clarion we actually don't run. What we try to do is we try to solve as many of our problems with non-sorcery, non-instants, so that way we can flicker things. There's some Mythos of Illuna going on. Yeah. Some of that shit's pretty funny. I think that, like, the list that I was watching this weekend had, like, an Omen of the Forge here. I think I've actually gotten the exact list. I think this is right. And in the sideboard, there was a really, really simple one, which was Mystic. The Mystic D. And then we have Legion War Boss. And then we have Devout Decree. And there's one more that I'm missing. That's it, Agripate. Glass Casket. Doop, doop, doop. A lot of Uros running around out there. There's actually been a pretty substantial number of Yorion Jeskai lists that are getting explored right now. There's been a lot of... Let's actually just take a peek. There's a lot of lists that I've seen run Lazotep plating as a way to protect some of the Planeswalkers, but then also generate a token. I've been seeing... I don't know, this is such a dead basic sideboard plan, so... Play Illuna over Narset. Mythos of Illuna is a funny one. Create a token that's a copy of target permanent. This is a way to get additional Agents of Treachery, as well as get additional Shark Typhoons for maximum Sharkies. So let us see. I think this is it. I think this is where I'm at. By the way, Glass Casket is a particularly nice one to include when you have Yorion, because let's say I Glass Casket to pick off, say, Lukka, or if I use Glass Casket to pick off actually any of the Rakdos creatures, they often sacrifice it with an oven, but then when I Yorion, I can flicker the Glass Casket, and I get a second opportunity to remove something, which is part of the reason why we have 4 Glass Caskets over 4 Devout Decrees. Just the existence of Yorion guarantees that we get multiple bing-bongs. So then let's go ahead and do the landing. Alright, so again, it's pretty straightforward in terms of the sideboarding. I've seen also a lot of these decks run a ton of Castle Ardenvales. I've been seeing things like this, because basically you get the Fires of Invention out, and then you spend all your mana making tokens and just kind of slowly overwhelm. And also Castle Ardenvale is another generator for Lukka, Red Fellow. Okay, so let's put in all the dual lands. We have the Hallowed Fountain. We have the Steam Vents. It's taken me a few years, but I think I pretty much remember the names of these offhand. Is it Raugrin Triome? Oh, I'm such a fucking sicko. What am I forgetting? Of course. Do I want 3 of these or 4? I guess we have 4 since we have so many cards in there. And then Island and Plains. Well, actually, Temples first. I think it's like 2 and 2. And we straddle the blue. Yeah, because I think we go 2 and 2 because we need to have more Plains because of Birth of Meletis. And a mountain. I did it, everyone. I did it. Yeah, so this is the gisty of the listy. It looked really fun to play. I believe that this is the exact list that I saw someone play. I've seen Crokies playing this list. I've seen Seth Manfield playing this list. I've seen a lot of the leagues. Top rankers on Magic the Gathering Online run this list. Missing Mirror March. I guess the only one that we have that would trigger it is Agent of Treachery. Okay, Gabriel Nassif was running this list as well. When you said Mirror March, I stopped and I was like, what's a really sophisticated card that I've forgotten about? Oh yeah, it's the one that clones shit. I think that this Jeskai Lukka list is the one that has been really getting a lot of research, because you have so much space for shit in the deck. Oh my god, we're gonna keep net decking some different lists as time goes on. But now that I finally have the opportunity to stop looking at this damn deck, let me give some warm hellos to JTS's me. The purveyor of cheesecake and crumbs. Manbon, 65 months. Adium of Ruin, how are you doing? How are you? 83. This is Tangent. I recently watched the Day 9 Daily number 100. It's been almost 10 years since then. And every time I watch it, I can't tell you how much it inspires me to work harder and surround myself with people who get it. Thank you every day. Man. Oh, shit. I played the wrong land first. You inspire me, Sean. I'm like, oh no, I did the first action wrong. That was a good and weird day for me. The Day 9 Daily number 100 day. Good and weird day. And you know, I always feel... Alright, so we see no risk of counters. I think a Teferi Plus seems perfectly suitable against Andy. With these lands, it could be that Andy is running some kind of Jeskai list. It could be that Andy is running some type of Winota list. The Winota list, the counter to a Winota list is actually Teferi. Teferi helps Udels and Udels. But yeah, no, I feel like the last 2 weeks, I've just been under stress. It's a fucking pandemic, you know. Sleep's been poor. And I find a loop that I wind up in is... So it's a Winota list. I find a loop that I wind up in is I say to myself, I'm stressed. I don't want to go to bed yet. So I sort of ceaselessly cycle
Let me demonstrate the prowess of my meditate with me.
through staying up late. And then when I finally go to bed, I don't sleep very well. And then I wake up and I'm a little lower on sleep, and then I feel a little bit stressed again, so I just continue to stay up a little late and things like that. Okay, so maybe it's not Winota. Maybe it's not Winota.
Really should have seen that coming.
See you later, Narset Gator. Huh. I think I have to minus and throw something of value. I think we do this first. I might actually just chuck a Narset.
Think, then act.
Raise the alarms are telltale signs of Winotas. So we want to sort of keep the Winota puppy down. I'd prefer to be up against but a single Agent of Treachery. Flash enchantments are very nice. Get in there. So some relatively simple plays here. And everything's working out nicely. Everything's working out nicely. I'd give this like a 90% chance of being a Winota deck. Bone Crushers are pretty telltale-y signs. Bone Crushers. Raise the Alarms. Boros Vanna. Alright, well. Let's go ahead and end Andy's life. So, for any of you who are wondering, why is this a Yorion deck and not just some kind of flickery-dickery-do deck? And you should see right now. We can now exile all of our enchantments. When they all come back, this gets exiled, we make 2 1/1s, we draw a card. Farts. The glass caskets feel like something that I will want. Winota is Boros colors. Legion Warboss, no. I think I should want these glass caskets. think I actually maybe cut the Birth. Because Birth of Meletis is a very reasonable card against aggressive decks. But this deck never struck me as aggressive. It struck me as very bursty. I think I may also want this one. I'll probably take out this Narset. Maybe more like this. Yeah, we don't want Thassa in here, or really any other creature, because should we try to put in one of those creatures, we just basically run the risk of doing nothing when we Lukka a token. What do you know? It's a Lukka deck. Or not a Lukka deck, a Winota deck. So like 4 fires in still. I mean, I think so. I think so. The fires of like, right now, decks basically need to run Agent of Treachery, Companions, or Fires of Invention. That's kind of like the way that the cookie has crumbled. Okay. Alright, again, the counter to Winota decks, as always, is the Teferi. Prevents our opponent from getting things in at instant speed. Ooh, Ricky Bobby! 8013 says, Sean, out of sheer boredom and excitement for Avatar The Last Airbender coming to Netflix. Oh, thank Christ, that is my favorite TV show of all time. I've been designing custom MTG cards themed around the show, and I'd love some feedback. Can I share a link in the chat, or would that be a thing share in Discord? Yeah, I'd share it in chat. The chances of me being able to look mid-show are a bit low, but it doesn't change the fact that Avatar The Last Airbender is an incredible show with fantastic everything, and more people should see it.
I'll protect you.
Victory is just another puzzle to be meditate with.
Fuck. I'm going to discard the Narset. Because big Narset and little Teferi can do a lot of work with delaying the game. Hello, Winota. Let's go ahead and chuck some sharks at her.
Strike with a cunning mind.
Don't worry, I got this.
Okie dokie. No, I should have played Winota. Or, Yorion. I should have played Yorion. I noticed the Shark Typhoon doesn't seem to synergize with the rest of the deck. It doesn't do something as it enters play and no instance sorceries. Is it just in there because it's too good of a card not to include? It synergizes marvelously with the deck, because it actually doesn't say instants or sorceries. It says non-creature spell. So every planeswalker and every enchantment that we have creates a shark!
That's more like it.
Sure, I'll take both, actually. That's, like, super duper good. Alright, great. It's really nice. It also is an uncounterable way to create a token for Lukka. It's really nice. It's a very nice little card. If this said instants or sorceries, I think that it might be a little marginal to run, especially 4 copies of. Oh, okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do this.
Here we go.
Just seize this, take the means of production. Is it worth taking them off black? Really, the key maneuver against Winota decks is just get rid of all the little tokeny fellows. Would you look at this? This gets a non-creature card out of there, so I mean, I don't really care terrifically much. What's the black for? It's unclear to me, outside of Elspeth's Nightmare. Our opponent is running a Winota Fetch the Agent of Treachery deck, though. Blade GL says, is there a reason why we only run 3 Agents of Treachery as Lukka targets? Are there enough other amazing creatures in the rotation, like Dracuset? Well, so let me divide your question into... Oh, I would love one, thank you. I want to divide your question into a couple of different categories. How much mana do we have? Okay. Let me just ruin the hopes and dreams of someone who cared to play Magic today real fast. Oh, I should have... Nah, I shouldn't have. This is fine.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. No, I am not making this up as I go.
So let's answer the question, why not more than 3 copies of a 7-mana thing? Let's start by thinking about it from that perspective. Typically, decks want to have very precise gameplay maneuvers around them. I mean, even though you can only run 4 copies of a particular card, you want to make sure that, say, the Rakdos Sacrifice deck, there are many different synergies that focus around me sacrificing a thing. So that's what I mean, first of all, by the statement, you want to have it be really targeted. And so, Agent of Treachery... if we, say, ran 3 Agents of Treachery and 3 Drakuseths, well, all of a sudden we have the potential for 2 very different outcomes to occur. And so that's a consideration for why we might not want different cards. It's extremely predictable in a given situation where if I had only 3 Agents of Treachery and I play Lukka, I now know that I'm going to transform a token into an agent and steal a thing. And that's just the turn. Whereas, I kind of want to steal a thing, but if I get Drakuseth, that really sucks, and I have to plan around Drakuseth. By removing the number of options, it makes my gameplay actually substantially easier. Then there's a secondary question of, okay, well, why Agent of Treachery and not some different 7+ drop? And for me, it's just that Agent of Treachery is way better than everything. Why is it way better? Because it steals shit upon entry. Drakuseth needs to wait a whole damn turn. And then it swings. And all it does is deal damage. And the snatching of something instantly is pretty disgusting. A third reason why I might wish in this particular deck to run Agent of Treachery over some other fat, thick, swollen, delicious, juicy big boy is that I have multiple ways to cause things to exit and re-enter the battlefield. Teferi can bounce, Yorion can flicker, I have Elspeth Conquers Death to resurrect him from the graveyard to do again on entry. Our opponent is the same human being as we. We need Lando. Asking ye shall receive. This is a fun deck to play or just good, and also Eternal Noob's asking if I've played the 5-color Yorion deck. Right now, this is more or less the first Yorion deck I've played, because I've been interested in some other things right now. Blade GL says, it just confuses me that that's enough value already to run Lukka, since it feels like it doesn't do anything else in the deck. You are correct in that it doesn't do anything else in this deck. However, it is still the best.
I've got time.
I mean, that's basically the gist of the statement. Like, Lukka just fetches an Agent of Treachery. And the way that we might instead think of Lukka is, with Lukka and 3 Agents of Treachery, it means that our deck runs 7 Agents of Treachery. That's about it. I know what I want to do, but I'm having to interface my way through it. You know what? Have an Oath of Kaya.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
I think this is fine.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2. I can no longer stand by and watch.
I'm going to crack the Omen of the Sun, try to find a land, and then go Shark Typhoon, Shark Typhoon. What's it gonna be, Foms? Yeah, so here is, for any of you who don't know this maneuver, you play 2 spells, which then means that Fires of Invention prevents a 3rd spell. And then what you do subsequently is bounce the Fires of Invention so you can cast 2 more spells. I sort of see the gist of what Foms is doing, but it will not worky. So I can do this. I don't know why it tapped the mana like that, but that's okay. So we just want to make sure that a land is on top, and we get it. Good. Zero mana. 0 mana. Crack this for a white mana. And then once again, here is the play. You do this.
Don't worry, I got this.
And now I can cast the Omen of the Sea. Right now. Excuse me, I forgot about this thing. Sure, I guess. This deck is fun. I am having fun, man. We have Shark Typhoon wins. We have Omen of the Sun and Yorion wins. Like, what do you even do with this, huh? You want to kill that one, man? You got it. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and play very pricey Fires of Invention, so that way I can just play the Agent of Treachery. Take this, Yorion. Easy. Excuse me. Peasy. Probably don't need this Omen of the Forge. Probably don't need these Birth of Meletis. Mystic Disputes, obviously. Legion War Bosses feel pretty clear. Probably don't need that many Shatter the Skies, huh? Bum ba da dum ba da dum ba da dum bum ba. Do you think Thassa ever goes into one of these decks? I think 100% no, because you're getting really excited. Oh, I have too many spoons here. You get really excited about flickering the Agent of Treachery with Thassa. You think you're a smart boy. And then you Lukka to get an Agent of Treachery and you pull Thassa out. And then you're just... and then you're like... And then you're like... And then you're like... And then you know what you're like? You're like... Arcada, the funny thing about this deck is that it looks like the Agent of Treachery has a disproportionate representation as this deck's win condition. But this deck actually has a lot of quiet, distributed other win conditions. First of all, we have Castle Ardenvales, so we can generate a substantial amount of mana. Second of all, we have Narset, Ancient of the New Set, whatever the hell her name is, who can then just get her -6 out to just ping indefinitely. Omen of the Suns and Yorions themselves can generate enough pressure with the rest of the control components in our deck. Okay, this is almost fantastic. Has enough other ways to generate nice, juicy value. You can actually overrun without even hitting the Lukka Agent of Treachery combination. I mean, that said, we have effectively 7 methodologies of getting there, so it's quite good. Which Triome is this? This is a Raugrin Triome, so this is a 4-color Yorion deck. We would very, very, very like an untapped landy. Asking ye shall receive, and we're the best. That's awfully fantastic. Ciaron 88 says, fires is an alt cast cost, so will Shark still take the CMC of the card? It does. It does indeedy do. I'm good, man. I am good. We'll need another white mana here. And I'll just calmly cast this one. Just get this one out of the way. Now that Teferi's landed, it's incredibly challenging to lose this deck, or lose this game. Does anyone have any lemons? You might want to grip it in the palm of your hand and crush it with all of your might. Because that game was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Woo! That's right. The Joker you tune into is delivering his value right before your very eyes. I see some of you who are just like, Sean, fuck! Let's see here. This is a weird looking hand. I'm going to try to keep it. I'm effectively keeping a 6-card hand without this guy. Because I claim that this is nearly sufficiently good. Owen Wilcox, Lonely Physicians, asking how my weekend and day off was. They were okay. They were okay. You know, they were okay. They were okay.
I know my responsibility. I am not making this up as I go.
I honestly am probably going to take more than
I've got it.
a good chunk of time off. I'm probably actually going to take quite a little bit of time off. It's me, the Sphinx. It's Songson time.
I'll protect you.
For Christmas, I would love an untapped land.
Might be a bad idea.
Christmas is cancelled. Well, we're just gonna try to be an asshole and cycle in an Agent of Treachery. I had a real hard time sleeping over the weekend. Real hard time sleeping over the weekend. I slept a lot last night, which was wonderful. That kind of stinks, but whatever.
It's only a matter of time.
All right, this guy. Do your worst.
Here we go.
Okay.
Dissenters are welcome to debate.
And see, Blade GL, here's the moment. This is the moment
Tools of war surround me.
where, because I know the 7-drop that's coming out, I can always snatch. Missed 1 damage. It's fine. I don't even give a whole damn. Now, something that I actually think is kind of just stupid is that when I, like, do this, we can just do this again.
We can all become stronger.
Let's try this.
Yeah. Yeah. Oops. I did not mean to cycle that. Oh, just chuck Fire's Invention. Don't even really need it. Was there a reason not to Fires into Lukka? No. How do you know it wouldn't grab a War Boss? Because this is game number 1. And I'm War Bossless in game number 1. Alright, let's try to do this properly.
If you will not see things my way,
This is fucking hilarious, man.
in battle, one must be willing to adapt.
Oh, I've done the hero
Oh
thing
yeah.
before.
If you have if you have more than 3 of your opponent's cards, more than 3 of your opponent's cards, Agent of Treachery causes you to draw 3 at the end of the turn. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't make the rules. I just play the video game here. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. So what do we say? The Birth of Meletis. This is not that great. Share the Sky probably seems pretty good in this matchup. These seem like the right control cards that I want. I think I'm actually not going to put in the War Boss, I think. that's just a profoundly dumb thing to say. And I think I actually don't need the Shatter the Skies against this deck, which might sound psychotic, but the idea is that, in a general sense, Shatter the Sky is a very well-roundedly awesome thing. But if I am putting in a lot of Mystic Disputes and Legion War bosses, I am putting my opponent in a position where they rarely will be able to smash out with a huge number of they'll rarely be able to smash out with a huge number of creatures all of a sudden. I will be doing lots of single target removal. So I think, like, this is just sort of some common sideboardy techniques. Yeah, no, you ran into my one copy. Do you want to draw a war boss? Or perhaps a Shark Typhoon? Putting Shark Typhoon into steal all of my opponent's shit is going to be a pretty substantially good play. Ilanis' Mystic Dispute is so risky against this deck, does nothing if they resolve either Tef or Fires first. Mystic Dispute is one of the most important and effective cards against Fires, paradoxically. The idea is that this deck winds up with a lot of early tapped lands, in the form of the Scry lands, the Triomes, and the ability to shut down the opponent by Mystic Disputing an essential card can essentially just win the game. That's it. That's it. Kaboom. It's just GG. Yeah, if you're seeing internet issues, some stuttering, that's because Comcast internet is unable to deliver the speeds that I pay for.
Sorry I'm late. Trust me, I have a plan.
I love this card. This card is so good. It's so good. Well, I just realized I have makey to mistakey. What do I do here? This will get negated, and this is fine.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Good, 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 good. Oh, you too. Okay. Well, now our opponent makey a mistakey. Now, this is either going to be the Legion War Boss or the
Weapons.
Agent of Treachery.
Tools of war surround me.
And that's okay. This does make me wish to this does make me wish to like not have Legion War Bosses on the side. Oh, Cavalier Flame, I'd love one, thank you. Well, don't I look not cool now? Sure does make me want to not do that. I could have gotten this out. Could have made that. I mean... Okay.
This is not the end of my revenge.
Still feeling woefully light on my white mana. Oh, wait a minute. That's right, our opponent could not have had a counter because Karugo prevented that. Ah. That is correct.
They call me a pariah because they
That
feel
is
my
correct.
strength.
Mystic Dispute could have been up, but there's... Sure, I'll keep a Lukka. There's no way that our opponent could have Mystic Disputed a Lukka. That is very cute. Also, companions do count every single time you have your deck. It has to be valid after sideboarding. There's a really weird, I don't want to call it a bug, but a feature, which is that, let's say in sideboarding, I board in an Aether Gust, a 2-mana card. It looks like when I hit submit, that's okay. It looks as though it permits me to do that. In truth, I am not allowed to do that. The game just prevents me from, at any point, completing the submission. I hit submit, and it just undoes what I have submitted. Which is kind of humorous. So... I mean, I don't know if I should be embarrassed to say this, but I just really like Legion War Bosses, so if I keep getting them, I'm okay with that. Thank you.
One must be willing to adapt.
Mind, body, and soul must be framed in harmony. Let thoughts flow like river rapids.
I will show the city of Dranith who the real monsters are.
I'm not 100% sold on these Legion War Bosses, but turn 3 Legion War Boss is a very sick little play. Very slick and very sick. Let's see something. How are other people constructing? How are other people constructing their sideboardies? Oh, let me read. Yeah, I mean, part of me wants to get rid of the Legion War Boss, as much as it's one of my favorite cards of all time. You know. These seem fine. The Glass Caskets I actually think are pretty tight. Devout Decree, what do I think about 2 of them? Like, here's the way that I want to do stuff. Dovin's Vito. What are some other cool ones people do? You know, I only like having an easy game. Aether, Gus, these are pretty easy. And, commence the end game. Yeah. Can't be countered. Fuck yeah. Done! Who doesn't love that maneuver, huh? Who doesn't love that maneuver? I mean, I think more accurately I should try considering, some Clarions or something. Alright, nifty. We are now up against a Luris deck. Mythos of Illuna. Yeah, Mythos of Illuna is a funny one. You just create copies of sharks. So many sharks. Well, we've drawn the nuts. Oh. So it looks as though we are up against the Bicycle deck. This deck is one that is built around the idea of having a bicycle. Specifically, you cycle endlessly until you Sun's Zenith somebody's face. Go ahead. Of course. Yes. It is bicycle time. Shit. Well, we're gonna lose some stuff here, you know. What are you gonna do? Dovin's Veto and Aether Gust are pretty acceptably strong against this deck. Specifically, Dovin's Veto. My little buddy is sleeping hard.
You are beneath my spite.
Bonk. And Dawn. Yeah, so I think I'm plausibly, possibly, in theory, gonna be cycling for 2. EXE Zealot says at Day 9 TV. And that's it. That's great. Good to hear from you, man. Yeah, there's a card called Sun's Zenith. Or not Sun's Zenith. The fuck is that card called? Zenith Flare. Oh my god. Sun's Zenith is something completely different. If our dude wants to ditch that, I think that that's acceptable to me. Yeah, the way Zenith Flare works is it deals damage equal to the number of cards with cycling in the grave. So you just cycle until you got like 30 things in there, and then you just play it. I can't believe this guy just has like a stack of memory leaks in there. I'll play Yorion. Beep. Gee, what is Sykes gonna do now? Syx is plausibly just going to go land Luris. Somebody is an enemy of fun.
Right on schedule. I've got time.
Great. I'm actually going to minus Teferi here.
That's more like it.
I will likely be cycling this as well. Alright. Can't believe this guy hit all those memory leaks early. Is that all 4 of them? Yeah. Let's get a land, huh? There it is. Take that. Take that. Ugh. Can't believe that guy exiled that thing, man. Fuck. Alright.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
I'll just take it now. I'll just take it now. Gotta kill the agent. Alright, take that now. Alright. Okay.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Alrighty tighty. I mean, this is not looking great for us. Let's see, what heal effects do we have? So there's 11 in here. Alright. No, no. Doop, doop. This is not the best. Because if I sweep the board, let's go ahead and send this guy back. Gain another Agent of Treachery.
Can all become stronger.
We might lose game 1. I have better feelings about later games. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop, doop. That is an effect that is really potent. Okay, so we are now looking for our life gain card. Omen of the Sun, that is. Looks like we just get shot in the face. Donk! Okay, so these seem pretty fantastically useless. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. I think this seems pretty fine. think also maybe getting rid of these and trying out this seems okay. Because I really need to just conserve every single point of health. Okie dokie. Alright. Did it. Bang! Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably like this. Probably like this. Probably like this. What about Ashiok versus this? You know, Ashiok's Erasure might actually be a nifty little card to include. Ashiok's Erasure could be tight. That would be so funny to Ashiok's Erasure. Oh shit, that's actually so funny. Heliod's Intervention.
Let's slow this down. That's more like it.
What do we think about Heliod's Intervention? It doesn't really feel like we need that because I have access to so many other remarkably dope, thick, solid, and tight options.
There goes nothing.
Like, I mean, I have counter spells and board sweeps and stuff. Go with the white mana. It sure looks like it. Let's just tell you to get out of here. Boop. Start drawing cards.
Focus.
Activate.
I have just the trick for this.
This seems okay. I mean, if we just have Narset out, it's pretty challenging to lose. Right now, there's 2 in the bin, so Narset lives, and then I just Yorion and don't minus her anymore. Boy, that's a really good card. So my opponent can't cast anything now.
I've got time.
There's a healer that's out now, so we can just get the Omen of the Sun.
We will.
This is really
My
dirty.
mind needs a
This is dirty. Welcome back. Alright, now I will once again stress. I just shouldn't like play minus Narset again. There should be 4 in here now.
I know my
present
responsibility.
and future are bound by threads of time.
So I just leave her at 5? Yahoo! Oh, you hate to see it.
You are a mighty warrior. I can
Yeah.
see.
Oh, it just hurtsies to see. Okay. We will now minus for an opportunity to draw a Lando. Rats. This looks like a lock. This looks like a lock. I mean, Dovin's Veto. Super trivial way to, like, guarantee that the good shit happens. Hmm. Ooh, that's like really lovely. Dude can make a 1/1. All right. Here we go.
Might be a bad idea.
Dude, this Jeskai Lukka deck is just very good. It's just really good. And it's nice. Has some interesting lines of play. Less than 3 says, what videos should I watch to get more into SC2 and learn the basics of the game? Pig is the name of an Australian content creator who is just a lovely lad. Just like fantastic. And Pig has... What do we do here? No.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Yeah, Pig has done just tons and tons and tons of nice beginner content and is just very funny too. I think that I just win if I do this. Like, and it's not even close. Alright. Opponent can basically cycle a thing a turn. Great, 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 great. I think we're the best. Renegade Cosplay says, hey, how's everyone today? Man, I guess I'm doing pretty good. I just still feel so freaking tired. I think it's because my cumulative amount of streaming hours per week and the amount of work hours per week has gone up since quarantine. So I've been both losing out on a lot of the social pleasantries of the past, while also simultaneously just being fucking tired. Your day off Friday, hope you feel better. A little bit. Like there's some work. I need to record some videos for some worky stuff, and dude, I just have not. I just keep like not quite getting there to do them, and so it's one of those like rest time where your brain's constantly going, if I have energy I should do those videos, if I have energy I should do those videos, if I have energy I should do those videos, and just keeps looping and looping and looping and looping and looping. Oh.
You show remorse, I'll show respect. Here we go.
Trouble sleeping don't help. Well, I mean, the lack of sleep is sort of a contributing factor to it, right? It's like working more, having more ambient stress, having less stress-relieving outlets, having fewer stress-relieving outlets, and then this causes me to lose sleep because I am stressed, and because I'm doing that, this then affects me more, and yada 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 yada. Blah bitty blah bitty blah. Okie dokie. So is that, do we just lose? Is that the game? Yeah, I think we might just be dead. That's all right.
Don't worry, I got this.
Who gives a shit about glass? So I fully expect the Zenith to shoot us in the face. So then the whole losing sleep, which then makes me more like just frenetic, which then like, well, I'm working more, so then I like keep doing more work, which is not a restful thing, which means that when I finally get a day off to unplug, I think this is fine. When I finally get a day off to unplug, I'm like, I feel like I need a few days to actually like mentally check out, because there's a difference between true time off. Like, take for instance, if I do a live event and the day finishes at 6, I eat and I'm at home by 7, I feel like I'm truly not doing anything in that like 2-3 hour period. There's like nothing to, like, I don't have to check email, I don't have to do it. Like, and if someone was like, Sean, why didn't you check your email then? I'd be like, because I was at an event, and like no one pressures me about that, right? But then when so much of my work has transitioned to pay to life, Narset, and so much of my work life has transitioned to doing everything from home. You know, I wind up in that position where I'm like, well, I could always do more work at home. I could always do more work at home. I could always do more work at home. You know, this bullshit. So I'm having a challenging time really unplugging from stuff.
Thoughtfulness before action.
Why not, right? Oh, cool. Omen of the Hunt and Omen of the Sea. Wow. Groovy.
Right on schedule. I'll protect you.
That's kind of an interesting one. Or they do not flash before Narset, because Narset prevents drawing more than one card a turn, and this is their card draw for the turn, so it's totally fine. I've done it. Hooray.
Let's try this.
Crunch groan.
Now what?
You got it. Alright, let's get this Omen of the Sea going, baby. So, yeah, I'm gonna take some days off in the coming time. Seems pretty cool, right? Seems like a pretty cool card to draw. Yeah, seems like pretty okay, right? Seems pretty cool. Yeah, I'm like a pretty cool dude, huh? I am the coolest dude. Yeah, it's really weird, like, the struggles that I think I and a bunch of my fellow humans here have experienced as well.
If the Coppercoats won't listen,
I'll take the red
of war surround
and blue
me.
one. Yeah, I'm just having a hard time disconnecting. It's just making me feel tired. It's just making me feel tired, man. Welcome, friend Shark. That's fine. Love like trucks is day 9. Thanks to someone's gifted sub. I can finally thank you for all the great content. I had an extremely stressful day at work last week, and listening to your VODs helped me sleep. Keep on being my spirit animal. I have got you, my dude.
I still have much to learn.
I still have much to learn. Okie dokie. Alright. I'm thinking one of these is gonna be. This is gonna feel good, huh? Alright. Because it's weird. I feel like I want a vacation. I feel like I want time off. When, like, I'm still sitting at home, like, for most of the time. Ooh, someone else is an exquisite deck builder as well.
Can all become stronger.
Can all become stronger. Let's see here. I think I just need to pass through. Because this guy's out and there's not much I can do about that. Zippy D gifting 24 subs for a total of 69. Oh, yeah. Look at all the relevancia. Nice. I already have more than enough of those.
If I can't use it as a weapon, it's useless.
If I can't use it as a weapon, it's useless. Alright, so I'm going to commence the... What? Yeah, get him. Nice. Bang.
Punished for that.
Yeah, this matchup's a little dumb. Show me what you want, what you really, really want. Oh, wait. Is this guy's Lukka? Yeah, no, this guy's Lukka is in the exile bin. Whew! Oh.
Defeat! Defeat!
I'll take one more land. I don't think I need two more. So our buddy is hunting for another token generator. And will pop until an additional token generator arriveth. Teferi says, seems like plussing Lukka in this deck is almost always a mistake, right? I wouldn't describe it as a mistake. It's just that it doesn't do particularly much. Welcome back.
I will change the world whether Ikoria is ready.
That sucks.
Even Titans obey my command.
my Yorion in exile? Where is my Yorion? Oh, there's my Yorion. I'm done. So what I really want is a Teferi to bounce my Yorion. Alright, well. Each creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Okay, so I like do this. And then I do this.
Now do you recognize the power
All right.
of my command?
This is a pretty dumb looking matchup. Okay, good. What do I want to do here? Well, I probably don't want the Birth of Meletis. Probably don't want these or that. I feel, though, that a Mystic Dispute seems like it's going to be good here. Doan's Veto seems like it's going to be good here. Aether Gust seems like it's going to be good here. Why not? We're probably both going to board in some counter spells. Maybe I should have cut one other card to get in both Commence the Endgames. There was definitely something a little weird that happened with those numbers. Lulu. Oh, yeah. That feels good. That feels good. Alright. Well, I'm going to play this one. I'm going to wait calmly till the end of the turn. That's fine. If that's the way you want to see this played out, we'll play it out like this. You know, in defense of our buddy, whom we just played against, I mean, I kind of feel like our buddy was stuck between a rock and a hard place, so seems like an okay maneuver. You know, our buddy, let's see here, what do we want to do? I think I just play this mountain, right? And then the following turn I Castle Ardenvale and then play the Fires of Invention. Then the next turn I can play the Raugrin Triome, or excuse me, the, do I counter this? Yeah, that seems like the one to counter. Our opponent ramps to 5, then our opponent can Yorion the very next turn, draw 1, ramp again. So I think I just want to throw that one. Work perfectly as intended. I'm glad I took the line that I did because I wanted to ensure that we could counter a non-blue card, but I really want a second white source because I really want to Castle Ardenvale and then Lukka. It's probably going to be Casualties of War. Maybe I just want to keep the counter up for Casualties. Okay. Someone is thinking right up our alley, man, let me tell ya. Okie dokie. Alright, so we will just flicker this and this. And upon the flicage, just exile that. Let's get this one first. You know, there's also a really nice benefit to having the Yorion out, which is that we can now Lukka and exile the Yorion to get a, well, do I really want to do that? No, I'm gonna change that play. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Narset and I'm gonna throw the Agent of Treachery at this to guarantee that it comes back next turn. Now, there is a probability that this gets countered, and if it does, then that just sucks.
Compassion and understanding above all else. Strike with the cunning mind of the dragon.
Alright, just throw this in there. Kaboom. I don't wish to attack. I don't want any instant speed nonsense coming in here. Only Physician says, after the situation in the world has calmed down, what will be the first place you'll travel or would like to travel? I want to go to a restaurant. I want to go to a restaurant. Where did the loyalty counters go? I wonder. So this now puts me in the position where I actually have enough mana to avoid getting Mystic disputed. Alright, I should have done this first. And then played the Lukka. Take that one back. And also by doing it in that way, I have enough mana for Shark Typhoon to make a token to turn into an Agent of Treachery next turn. Broski MFT says, I want Tinder to work again. Man, I mean, I have not had the burden of having to participate in dating for a long time. I cannot even imagine. Welcome back, my Shark Typhoon-y friend. Here comes the enemy Lukka. This game is so stupid.
Ikoria's greatest weapons.
Gotta take this one back.
It's a tactical advantage.
It's taking that. You got it, man. Where were you last turn, you bastard? Okay. First thing is first. Let's take a peek at what's upcoming. I have 2 timeouts. I have to steal Elspeth Conquers Death and then hope that our opponent does not have a way. So this is the battle for the Elspeth Conquers Death, man, let me tell you.
One must be willing to adapt.
This is actually it. That is a tough turn. That is a tough turn. If I had 4 Agents of Treachery, we would be able to just steal their Lukka, make a token, steal their Lukka. Alright, so this is gonna go down again, huh?
Which cannot protect itself.
Oh, I could have chucked and killed the Lukka. Ah, fuck, that's what I should have done. I should have chucked and killed the Lukka. Ah, fuck.
The land fights for us.
Should have chucked and killed the Lukka. Fuck. Fuck, I could feel like maybe there was a way to get rid of this damn Lukka here. What's going on? What takes non-blue mana and X? What takes non-blue mana and X, huh? Okay. Fuck, I should have shot the Lukka. I should have thrown the Shark Typhoon at the Lukka, man. This matchup is a dummin'.
Surround me.
This is right. You hate to see it. Oh my god, if I had just shot that stupid bastard.
Meditate with me.
was that turn beforehand. Yeah, fuck. I needed to just shoot this Lukka. There's just too many fucking Agents of Treachery, man. So I think that my opponent might not even have responses to that particular line. Ah! God, it was a close one. It's a close one, ahoy! It was that one turn that I took forever on. I just missed the minus throw the Shark Typhoon and kill the bastard. Because then, I mean, that just makes things super clean and easy. Alright, well. We have a cycler. That's a good one to have. Could have stolen it with Agent. We had no more Agents of Treachery in the deck. That's what made that turn really tricky. We were out of Agents of Treachery. So there was no way for us to get an Agent of Treachery to do interesting, cool, fun things with. Otherwise, it would have been awesome. Otherwise, it would have been a very easy, very straightforward play. We snatch them, then we -2 them, and then we fist pump, and then they burst into tears. And, you know, it's just happiness all around. Actually, not a huge deal. In a funny way, I almost prefer this to just getting Casualties Award. If I like draw a Dovin's Veto next turn, that will be very hungry for blue. I'm hoping for some stuff to be flickered. Ta-da! This guy has a lot of Mystic Disputes. A bit sad about that, but what are you gonna do? These Yorion Agent of Treachery matchups are so stupid regardless. Shark Wars. I don't know if we can withstand this sharky fight. God, I'm still locked in that one turn from a while back.
I will protect the virtue of this world.
I suppose I could have waited a turn to chuck out the dude. This is looking like an L. Let's just take one more peek. Oh, we probably are dead. Probably none of that. So this is about what we got, huh? Unless there's another Mystic Dispute. Alright, we chewed through 3 of them, so, you know. are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Those matchups are kind of hilariously derpy as a result. I mean, we're both on a headlong, careening smash towards just getting more Agent of Treacheries out. It's kind of an interesting Elspeth Conquers Death battle, where it traded hands like, what, 5 times? That'll do. That'll do just fine. All right. I think couple of Meletis. Oh fuck. Okay. We pretty much know what we're up against. Pretty much we know what we're up against. I think that we lose. Oh my god, we're so screwed. We're like super fucked. This is a Winota deck that we're up against. In case you were unsure. So what we're going to see is yeah, I want a lot of land here. What we're going to see is a end of turn, raise the alarm. Ah, that's a little bit better than we thought. That's just as bad as we thought. And then it's going to be land Winota and smash 3. What's this? What's this? Oh my god, our opponent just doesn't have a land. Oh my god, yeah. Alright, let's block this one. Yeah, yeah. Bing, bang, bong, boom. Oh my god, everyone, we are a powerful and lucky human being. We did it. We have won the video game. No one is as good as we are at this game. That's right. You saw it here first. Excellent. No longer do their bones lie on the battlefield. This is kind of why I'm interested in a quad Omen of Deforge. Ow. Oh shit, we're dead again. Ah. Just like that. How different it could have been. Ah. Ah. Oops, probably should play the Raugrin Triome. There's no Winota. Oh my god, I'm such a lucky bear. Hello. Yeah. Oh yeah, boom. Bam. Oh my god, this is so awesome. Dude, just the up and downs, the emotional highs and lows. Shall we cycle a duck? I think we should. There it is, the luckiest of bear. That lucky bear emote is highly underused. I just got rid of you, dude. Time for a Birth of Meletis. Alright. Dude, wouldn't it be cool to have just a bunch of Omens of the Forge? Just like so many Omens of the Forge. Just like bam, 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 bam. Just ping-pong. Dude, we're so dead. We're so dead. Like, the instant Winota. Oh my god, dude. We're about to get blown out so hard. I can't believe how lucky we are. This is incredible. Oh my god. Take all your damage. Bing, bong, bang, pow, boom. This is going to be real funny. The instant Winota shows up, wow. Wow, do we die instantly. Just like, it is snap death right here. Yeah. Oh. No Winota one time? That's a relief. You love to see that. You love to see that. That's... Yeah, it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Darn. Bing bong, bang bong, bing bong. Activato. Infinites of these, please. Infinites of them. Please enjoy your card. We are going to make a 1-1, by God. A 1-1 will become of us. Oh, yes. This is... I mean, I truly cannot believe that I'm not a dead man. I mean, this is stunning. Let's cast it for the shark side. Now watch this little synergy. You cast Shatter the Sky, cost 4 mana, summon something with 4 toughness, which our opponent can then exile. But our opponent chooses not to. Thumbs up. So we get to draw a card. Alright, well, I think I will provide myself with a nice little treat today. I'll go ahead and Shark Typhoon it. Can anyone else believe that we didn't die? Like, what are the odds? What are the odds? Well, I am gonna Aethergust for sure. Glass Casket for sure. Dude, wouldn't it be tight if these were Omens of the Forge? Like, oof. Oof. I think Omen of the Forge is awesome. My lords, yeah, this particular standard it really feels a bit degenerate. Particularly Fires of Invention and Agent of Treachery just really makes some filth very accessible. This doesn't feel good enough. Let me chuck this. You know, I think what I might do is actually just replace all the glass caskets with Omens of the Forge. Probably the tart. Okay. Okay. You have passed. Spectral Sailor. Dude, the Mass Omen of the Forge Dorian. Pretty tight. Ow. This is not good. This is not good. I don't see a way out. Like I truly don't really see a way out of this pickle.
Thank me later.
We'll send him back.
That's more like it.
Well, I mean, I may as well. Let's go ahead and send this guy back. I mean, I can't believe that we are not immediately dying. Varina's Eric says, Sean, do you think it would be better if those 2 cards were banned, like they did with Oko and Field of the Dead? I super duper 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 don't know.
I am not making this
like,
up
I unbelievably have no fucking clue. Like, level incredible, who knows? mean, I just don't know. Like, I mean, if you think back to when Wizards was testing cards like Field of the Dead and Agent of Treachery and stuff like that. No Agent of Treachery one time.
That didn't go according to plan.
There were cards like Veil of Summer and Oko that they were still playing with when they were up against things like Winota and shit. Is that a true statement? There's a lot of stuff that has been banned in the current meta. I think I should have Elspeth Conqueror's Death to that.
Time for plan B.
I think I should have Elspeth Conqueror's Death to that. You hate to see this, man. You think I needed to just kill the Winota to exile her? I feel as though I have regret. Here comes agent number 1. Here comes agent number 2. Potato, potato. That seems challenging. Yeah, I mean, like, there's this huge issue that Magic has that other games don't really have. I need to get this in here, man. And I will tell you about them after this short commercial break. Magic is not a digital game, so, like, they can't just change numbers a little bit. There's no patching in the game, so there's only really blunt tools that Wizards has. I think it's a real testament to their design department that the game has been more or less healthy for 25 years. And anytime someone's like, oh, remember this meta with this thing, and that was bullshit, and all this stuff, but I mean, like, you're comparing the difference between a 9 out of 10 meta to a 10 out of 10 meta. Because when games aren't good, people literally stop playing them. You know what I mean? It's, you know, I remember someone, it actually was in a book called Story by Robert McKee, where he talks about the fact that if you go to the movies and you see a script that seems really poorly written and stupid, you are not seeing... No and no, because I have a Shadow of the Sky. What I need is White Land. What you are not seeing is a bad movie. You are seeing a 9 out of 10 movie. And everyone's perception is fucked by the fact that they only see movies that make it to release. When in reality, it is incredibly challenging to find a script that is good enough to even make a movie out of. And I've heard the same thing with writing. Just general novel writing. That, you know, it's false that there's just these infinite piles of really great books. Oh, for God's sake. Maybe this is my stopgap until I can actually get... This buys me a turn. I don't have a white land for the Shadow of the Sky. I have a white land for Shadow of the Sky. I'm the best player alive. Whoa. Totally sexcellent. Why don't you plus your Teferi?
Don't worry, I got you.
Ah, farts. Come to me.
Only time.
And so, you know, it's kind of the same thing with Magic. That Magic is one of these games that's been going on for, like, what is it, almost 30 years now? And
This isn't a fight you can win.
it all actually kind of works out okay.
Let's try this.
Obviously, there are metas that people like more than other metas. Fuck. This sucks so much. Oh, we're going to lose next turn. Yeah, there's certainly metas that have been worse and not felt good and been frustrating, but it's like the, you know, it's not like Wizards had a good run and then like their player base tanked because the game was dog shit. It is false that these kinds of things happened. Oh, do I want... Yeah, I guess this is what I really need, huh? And let's get a Fires of Invention for good measure. Marie says, personally, I don't enjoy games as soon as I reach the point of having to care about the meta. Dude, that's what I love about Brood War. It's just a fucking skill game that hates you. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It is a good day to die. Bing, bang, bong. La, la, la. Hello. Phew, I almost fucking lost. Yeah. Hee-haw. All this is to say that, yeah, the current meta feels very skewed towards our friends, the Agents of Treachery. Welcome back. Let's get them all out of there. I suppose I could have kept the other guy. Maybe that would have been good. Alright. How do I feel towards Runeterra? I mean, I really did not enjoy playing the game. I mean, like, super didn't. Bing bong. No, no. End a draw. No, no. End a draw. Yeah, I mean, sure, feel free to take whatever you please. Okay.
I am not going to sit this one out.
All right.
My vengeance will continue another day.
This is unfair. Alright, let's flicker this and this and this. And this. this, and this.
Just let me know if you're up for round 2.
There's not really any additional spells that I like need to cast, so I'm just gonna. There they are.
I'm known for my
I would
excellent
love
timing.
to take this. Draw this. Take that. Oh yeah. Take one of those. We're doing it! We are doing it. It's pretty gross.